What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
The School for Good and Evil was just recently released on Netflix, and since then, it has quickly become a huge hit among fantasy fans. The movie managed to bring magic to life, and fans couldn't get enough. They quickly requested a sequel, so it would only be fair for us to dive deeper into the sequel and tell you all about it. Will there be a sequel? The big question is whether there will be a sequel or not. Currently, The School for Good and Evil 2 hasn't been confirmed by Netflix, but that doesn't necessarily mean it won't happen. The movie premiered in October 2022, only 2 months ago, and it found a spot in the top 10 most watched movies over its opening weekend. The movie is based on a series of books by Soman Chainani. With the first movie ending on a cliffhanger, it further sets up a sequel. The goal for director Paul Feig is to create a franchise and take all the material from the book and put them on the big screen. There are 6 books in the series, and Feig plans on making all 6 of them into movies, but it all depends on how popular the first movie is and if they can afford to bring the star-studded cast back for more. Netflix often waits a few months before announcing sequels to their movies to make sure that the first movie has performed as desired, and if there is a possibility that the sequel will perform just as well. With this movie, we do not doubt that Netflix will make the right decision and give us a sequel. It has already been some time since the movie has been released, but we believe that we will have the official confirmation by the end of 2022. If this were to happen, it could only mean that we get to see yet another magic-filled movie with incredible plot twists, and we will finally get the answers to the cliffhanger on which the first movie ended.
I have to get you out of here.
I have it under control.
I don't think you do.
Potential release date. If Netflix were to announce this sequel by the end of 2022, then we might be able to see this movie much sooner than anticipated. Typically, there are at least 2 years between Netflix movies, so it's possible that if a sequel is confirmed, we'll have to smash that like button if you haven't done so already. But no, we'll have to wait until October 2024 for our return to school, but this is all just speculation for now. The first movie was filmed from April to July 2021 and was finally released in October 2022. So if the sequel is planned for an October 2024 release date, then filming will likely have to start at some point next year. However, should a sequel happen, exactly when it comes out will likely depend on the availability of the cast and whether or not a script has already been written. Now, Feig has already shared his plans on making a whole franchise in which he will explore this world even further. But at the end of the day, it all depends on Netflix and when they will confirm the sequel. If months go by until Netflix greenlights this movie, this could mean that the filming and production of the movie will be pushed back and we might not get to see it in October 2024. There are various factors that could delay the release date, and this is just one of the many. For example, if some of the cast members aren't available to film in 2023, this could also mean that Feig would have to wait or recast some characters. Hopefully he will keep the cast as it is, but with all their busy schedules, it could result in a sequel that we would possibly see in 2025. For now, we hope that the 2024 release date sticks and that Netflix will make the decision faster and won't keep us waiting more than 2 years to see this movie. Who will return? Since the sequel is yet to be confirmed, there are no official cast announcements. However, we do expect to see Sofia and Caruso and Sofia Wylie back as Sophie and Agatha. These 2 characters have been the lead characters throughout the first film, and to be honest, we can't imagine a sequel without these 2. Much like them, there have been a bunch of supporting characters that have brought so much character into the movie, such as Charlize Theron as Lady Lesso. It is also believed that Cate Blanchett will return as the narrator, and there could also be a bunch of new faces in the sequel. In the movie, we saw that the schoolmaster, played by Lawrence Fishburne, was killed off, but since this is a fantasy film, we can never know what to expect next. According to the books, the schoolmaster finds a way to return in the sequel, so we shouldn't be too quick to rule out a comeback for him either. The rest of the cast members that have made it alive are all potentially going to come back to reprise their roles, but with no official and cast announcements, it is quite hard to make any definite speculations.
I'm tired of being pathetic little Sophie.
You can be more than you ever dreamed you could be.
What happened in the first movie? The first film followed best friends Sophie and Agatha, who find out that their friendship has been put to the test when they are kidnapped and taken away to a magical school for aspiring young heroes and villains. Upon their arrival at the school, Sophie gets dropped into the school for evil, while Agatha wakes up at the school for good. Devastated by this, the two friends believed that a mistake had been made, but the schoolmaster assured them that there are no mistakes in the school. Confronting the schoolmaster only leads them to the Storian, a sentient quill that is in the middle of writing their narrative. The only way out of the story is to discover true love's kiss, which Sophie believes to lie in Tedros, the son of King Arthur. The two girls go through a fantasy adventure trying to get home while discovering some new exciting powers. By the end of the movie, the schoolmaster is exposed as evil and he tries to kill Agatha. However, Sophie ends up sacrificing herself to save Agatha. If you have read the books, you already know that in the end, it was a teacher that kills the schoolmaster. But the movie decided to have Sophie be the one to smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. But no, in all seriousness, they decided for Sophie to be the one to kill him. However, this doesn't prevent Sophie from dying. Agatha brings her to life with a kiss, which proves to be a true love's kiss. After this, they are allowed passage back to Gabaldon. In the final scene, we see a vortex open between Gabaldon and the fairy tale world with Tedros' arrow coming through, followed by the schoolmaster's dagger. What will happen next? The ending of the movie made us all wonder whether the schoolmaster is alive or the dagger was thrown by someone else. This ending was a perfect way to set up for a sequel, as there are loose ends that need to be finished and a new threat, which is definitely after Sophie and Agatha. The sequel could follow the story of the second book named A World Without Princes, in which Sophie and Agatha head back to the school. Once they got there, the entire school changed. All of the boys are now residing in the school for evil, while the witches and princesses are in the school for good. The first movie largely followed the events of the book, and it looks like the sequel is expected to follow the second book as well. In this sequel, we will see Sophie and Agatha trying to restore the school that has been damaged in their absence. The school already has changed and has new characters, and this time around, it has been divided into school for boys and school for girls instead of good and evil. According to the book, when the two of them arrive at the school, there is still some tension between them. Sophie tries to keep Agatha away from Tedros, and Sophie struggles with her villainous streak again. Although the sequel isn't yet announced, there is still a lot of content for a sequel due to the books. It is likely the sequel will be adapted from the book and follow the same storyline with possibly minor changes as they were in the first movie. For now, all we can do is wait and see when this movie will be announced and what will happen next. Check out this video next.